Still ahead in the next half hour, exercise etiquette.
I've seen a lot of naked women in there. I mean, it's the most amazing. I would never. I'm like in the corner, putting my shirt on underneath everything. And the people that walk around don't necessarily have fabulous bodies.
It's not just a jog in the park anymore. Pumping up and staying in shape means big money these days. In fact, New York's fitness craze has turned into a multi-million-dollar industry. But some folks feel if they're going to spend their hard-earned money at the gym, there are a few elements of exercise etiquette that should be followed.
I once got into a fist fight with somebody on the floor because she was working out with weights in her hand and then started screaming at me because I didn't know the routine and get out of the front row, and I was standing in like the third row. It was very intense.
Aerobics can be brutal, with the women jockeying for the front space to be close to the instructor.
To you.
I mean, like kicks, and you get the kicks going.
I used to go there because I was stressed out in my job, and I'd be more stressed out when I left there.
I would say the biggest pet peeve in a health club is overcrowded and having to wait.
What about cleanliness in the club?
It's number 2. That is a big thing. You take your shoes and your socks off, and the first thing you think of is, oh.
I still think one of my biggest pet peeves is when you approach a machine and you get ready to sit down and start your exercise, and it's all covered with sweat.
Okay, we're all adults here, so let's talk about some basic rules. Number 1, remember, this isn't a cocktail party. Some people just don't want to socialize.
Either that or when someone approaches you who you don't want to talk to and you're on a cardio machine and you can't walk away from them and you don't want to tell them, get out of my face.
I want to come in and do my workout and leave. And to be totally disrupted by someone coming in, oh, can I work in?
But they might not have the same mentality. They might come here to meet people and to socialize and, you know, use the gym for completely ulterior reasons rather than to come here and work out.
And if they don't want to talk to you while they're working out, they surely don't want to chat it up in the locker room when you're not even dressed.
It does become a coffee clutch, especially, you know, by where the blow dryers, and you're like, and then you have somebody yelling, going, and, you know, while they're blow drying the hair, and they're, you know, and then there's like 3 people standing there with no clothes on.
It also depends on how close the proximity is of that naked person. If they're in a cramped locker room, you know, perhaps you'd be like, yeah, get that towel on.
Rule number 3, remember that not everyone is at the same fitness level that you are. Try not to bother other people to show you how to use a machine. That's what the staff is for. And don't bully the beginners.
I've worked out at some bodybuilder gyms where you definitely walk in and the people who are the hardcore fitness addicts and have muscles coming out their ears and neck, they actually have a condescending attitude towards somebody who walks in who isn't a fitness powerhouse.
Power pumpers and newcomers alike should try to keep the stargazing to a minimum.
I like that. I mean, I really enjoy coming in here and seeing celebrities that come in here.
I saw a man come in here who is obviously trying to be incognito. He walked in, he had a silk scarf that was brightly multicolored, sunglasses on, big pants, and an oversized sweatshirt, and he got on the Stairmaster like that. And it was Steve Martin, and you could obviously tell it was Steve Martin. But he's like trying to say, I'm being very inconspicuous, but with the way he was trying to be inconspicuous, he was the most conspicuous person in the place.
I once spoke to Melanie Griffith without knowing it was Melanie Griffith at the time, and she was a bit aloof, and as I was speaking, I said, shut up, just be quiet, it's Melanie Griffith, and I kept speaking and speaking.
And finally, being in a hurry doesn't give you a license to be rude. But if you're not on a strict schedule, don't forget that others may not want to make this an all-day experience.
New York is a very 24-hour-a-day lifestyle where most of the time every hour of your day is valuable, and so you want your workout to be quick, efficient, clean, uncrowded. You want to have access to your machines and have a nice experience in a minimum amount of time.
And that pretty much sums it up. I'd like to thank the folks at Equinox Fitness Center on Amsterdam between 76th and 77th for letting me use their facilities for that story.